I'm in South Somerset to try Holm, an ambitious restaurant in the picturesque village of South Petherton. Not only will I be trying their tasting menu, but I'll be staying right above the kitchen in one of their 7 ensuite rooms. This restaurant and boutique hotel is the brainchild of London chef Nicholas Balfe, who brings his high-end seasonal food home to Somerset. This former bank turned Michelin level restaurant is something a bit different for Somerset, but is it any good? Let's find out. This is the 3rd place I'm staying in my series to find the best places to stay in Somerset, so subscribe to follow along. So we've just checked in and I'm just having a little explore around the corridors because it's really creative, very, very stylish, lots of natural light. Simple in the way that it's designed, but really nice artwork. And all the rooms are named, which I really like. Okay, so this is just a hangout space. Sorry, I was creeping in then because I thought that I wasn't supposed to be in here. Wow. Oh, the decor and the design is right up my street. Look at this rug. That must have cost a bomb. That is so cool. Love all the furniture. The teak, sort of 1970s. I really like this style. It's kind of what we've got in our home. They do have an outside area that you can see down there, but it is not very nice weather. Look at all these beams. Right, let's go and have a look at the room. Oh. Don't know if I showed you that bit. Oh, they've got some, so they've got some like cookbooks and things. I like this as an area to come and chill out that's not in the room. Right, let's go through and I'll show you the room. So we're in Osea? Not sure how to pronounce that. Coming into the room, straight away, you're greeted with a poem. I'm not going to read it and bore you, but just to the right, there is some storage for clothes and also 2 robes. They've got aircon. So yeah, we're here in the summer months, so it does get quite warm at night. It's August when I'm filming this. Right, let's turn you around so you can get the full effect. It actually looks really good on camera. Very photogenic. Let's just show you from this side so you can see the bed. So this is the king size bed. It's all very simple, but everything that is in here is very thought out and very, very stylish. Oh, I love this storage unit. They've given us some free cookies. I'm not actually sure what they are. I'll try one in a minute and I'll let you know how it is. Water, complimentary. Love those flowers. Lovely mirror on the unit there. And then inside here, we've got hairdryer. They've got earplugs. I'm wondering whether it's going to be noisy because we're actually towards the view we've got is towards the front. I'll just show you the view quickly. It's overlooking the main road in South Petherton, I think. There we are. It's in focus. There's a cottage opposite. Not actually explored the village of South Petherton before, or much of South Somerset, to be honest, so hopefully if it dries up a little bit, I'll have a little nose. Oh, so this is literally just like the plaster, because it's got like writing on it, you know when you peel off wallpaper in a house and you can see that people have written stuff on it, but it almost looks intentional, makes it feel a bit industrial, but like in a modern way. And then coming around here, this is all built in. We've got tea and coffee making facilities. Oh, it looks like you've got some good tea bags there. And then here's some information about the room. It says Wi-Fi. It says your fridge is filled with a few of our favourite things to drink at the moment from friends near and far. Oh, so they've pre-made a Negroni cocktail for 2. That's £22 though. Bohemian Lager, £5.50. Karma Cola, £4. And then some snacks, looks like rice crackers, £3.50. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So they've like pre-mixed the cocktail in one of these jars. Honey Pot Farm, blend of Somerset apples. Actually made in South Petherton. These curtains look lovely. Oh, blackout curtains. You can definitely tell from how thick they are. It's a nice fabric, isn't it? An old fireplace, I assume, that's been turned into a feature. Got sockets in the walls with USB. That's always handy. I do love that bed. That goes through into the bathroom, which we'll explore now. I'm not sure if I'm keen on that light fitting. It reminds me of those cheap ones from IKEA. I'm not sure if I've shown you this little seating area here. And then more artwork. I think this is my favourite one. I love the colours of that one. Something to note though is there is no TV. I don't know whether that's... I imagine that it probably is intentional to make people unwind and relax into it. I feel like it's the kind of place where a TV might be a bit out of place. But I am also thinking, what are we going to do? Because we've got a meal booked here at 6:30, which is obviously quite early. Just at the end of the corridor here is a full-length mirror. Okay, here's the bathroom. Josh was sat in here while I was doing the tour. So this room comes with a shower. There are rooms with a bath, but I can't remember, they were a bit more expensive. I'll obviously tell you the price at the end as normal. So you've got and fennel hand wash. I'm not sure about the fennel smell. Let's see how that is. The loo. It's quite a small bathroom, but the shower is spacious. God, it's a ginormous rainhead shower. Got a little built-in storage there. And then more of these products. What's that say? Body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. Oh, so this is the brand. It's called Hackles? I'm not sure if I've ever come across that. I like to try something new. Everywhere we've stayed recently has had Bramley. Feels like a really popular brand to have in hotels. Yeah, it's very Scandinavian, I would say. Very clean, simple, modern, abstract art. Everything's very photogenic. We're just gonna kill some time. I'll show you our 7-course tasting menu, which comes with the room. We'll tell you the package that we've got, and I'll do a little roundup at the end as normal. And don't forget to subscribe. If you're new here, I'm currently going through a lot of different Somerset hotels to find the best one. Maybe this will be it. Time will tell. So this is South Petherton. It's one of those villages that feels properly Somerset the minute you arrive. Everything's built in honey-coloured hamstone, and having a walk around as the sun was setting made everything look a bit prettier. Right in the middle of the village, you've got this huge church, St. Peter and St. Paul. Honestly, it's massive for somewhere this size. The tower is over 100 feet tall, and bits of it date back to the 1100s. South Petherton actually used to be more of a market town, so there's a sense that it's always been a bit of a hub. These days, it's quieter. We didn't really see many people, to be honest, although the weather was a bit all over the place. There's lots of little independent shops, a couple of pubs, and a community feel to the area in general. I didn't expect much for South Petherton, but I think it's a good base to explore South Somerset. There's lots of National Trust properties in the area, and you're right by the River Parrot and have access to tons of walking routes. It's also surrounded by orchards, which is why this area is really popular for cider, and most likely why we had local apple juice in our minibar. I'd recommend coming here for a potter. It's not a flashy place, but it's peaceful for a wander. It surprises me that somewhere like Holm is situated in an area like this, but perhaps that's what makes it unique. So I'm just gonna try one of these cookies. They've got salt on, so oh my god, that's like, feels really gooey. Nice that they're giving us something complimentary. Wow, that's an amazing cookie. I feel like I needed that as well. Sugar, pick me up. I'm gonna devour that. Little bit concerned it might be slightly pretentious, but We'll see. The kitchen is like all open and the menu looks amazing. Tiny little bit out of my comfort zone just because we don't tend to come to places with like tasting menus and that kind of thing very often. But it might just be that it seems a little bit pretentious, but actually it's very accessible. Also, I can't stop thinking about that cookie. It was more like a brownie. I could eat another one of those. Good morning. I thought I'd just do a little check-in before breakfast. We came up from the mill last night and just crashed. Was feeling really tired, but I slept really well. I slept sound actually, probably one of the best night sleeps I've had in a while, but Josh didn't sleep too great. The bed itself it's on the firmer side, so if you like a firm mattress, and the pillows are quite firm as well. The aircon was a blessing. I find that aircon units in hotels can sometimes be really noisy and like clicky. Yeah, I didn't notice that in the night. It's not a noisy aircon and it works really well as well, so we managed to like stay cool during the night. You can hear, because this particular room is at the front of the property, you can sometimes hear cars passing along the front, but they do provide earplugs if you're sensitive to that. It obviously didn't bother me. If you are particularly noise sensitive, maybe make sure you book a room that's not facing the front. I find the room really relaxing, but I'll give you a proper overview and a rating and let you know what we paid. If breakfast is even as close as good as dinner was, I think we're in for a treat and I'm really excited. We're back from breakfast and it's time for a roundup of our stay. I've made notes because there's lots to go through. Do let me know if this is too much information as well, because I'm not really sure how much people want to know. I like a lot of detail. Let's start with check-in. Check-in was easy and straightforward. There's actually free parking around the back of the building, and there was someone waiting at the front. You check in from 3 to 6. Really pain-free, not much to say about that. Really enjoyed being in the room. The shower was phenomenal. Huge shower head, so it really did feel like a rainfall shower. And the products in there, they smelt so good I almost wanted to eat them. And we didn't miss the TV, actually. We spent so long in the restaurant doing the tasting menu that we didn't actually miss the TV. I think we must have been there over 2 hours. Right, let's get on to the food, because the food is, I think, one of the main parts of staying here. Well, the main part, to be honest. The food is exceptional. I would say it's definitely a restaurant, first and foremost. They're clearly super passionate about the food. It's very experimental, and it's a real showcase of produce and what they can do with it. Personal highlights were the sea bass and the ribeye. The ribeye was like butter, and it was so flavourful. And the sea bass was perfectly seasoned, and everything came with it, just complemented it really well. Their signature here is the Westcombe cheddar fries with pickled walnut, and that was what we had to start. Never had anything like it, and me and Josh both said we could eat like 10 of them. Breakfast this morning, the piece of bacon that I had was like a slab of steak almost. It was, you could just tell the quality of it was insane. Josh's mushrooms came in like a tamari glaze that was really flavorful. I did find that the bacon and the mushrooms were slightly on the salty side, but then everything else on the plate kind of balanced it out. I know bacon's salty anyway, but I just noticed this was particularly salty. The granola that we had at the start was a highlight actually. Apples, plums and pears, and then the yogurt and the granola was really good. The granola almost had notes of like cinnamon and warm spices in there. And they served us some apple juice that they sourced locally. That was the best apple juice I've ever had. I don't usually like apple juice, and the waitress said the same, but she said once you try this, you'll like see what I mean. She was raving about it. And it was the nicest, sweetest apple. It felt really natural. Service, again, has been spot on. All of the wait staff are really knowledgeable about the food, but not in a pretentious way. They were very approachable. They'd clearly all tried the food. They knew what it was. They were excited about it. They were passionate about it. It just felt like a really enjoyable experience. They were attentive without being too in your face. I really like the studio area of the hotel. It'd be a good place to go and read. The location, right in the middle of South Petherton, which is a really nice village. So what we paid for the room, this was inclusive of the tasting menu for both of us and the breakfast that you saw for both of us and the overnight stay. The total was £370, which on reflection feels like amazing value, to be honest. Everything we got was at such a high standard, and it was definitely an experience. That's what I would say about coming here, is it's definitely a foodie experience. If you love food and that's like one of your greatest pleasures in life, I would definitely recommend a stay here. Overall, had an amazing stay. I would give it a definite solid 9 out of 10. Let me know if you'd come here. Let me know what you thought. Hit that like button so that more people can find this video, and I will see you in the next one.